David Smith, resident. First question, I just noticed something. Why is it that the last two accounts payable, corporate counsel hasn't been listed? It's been at least maybe 3, if not 4 accounts payable in a row that they haven't been listed on accounts payable. And I'm just going to assume they're not doing pro bono work. So my first question is, why are they not building the village? And if they are building the village, why are they not paying on accounts payable? So I'm concerned with all of the litigation that we sit back and wait for you guys to come back from discussing during executive session and all of the other court affairs that the village has right now. That tab, by the time it does get billed, is going to be extremely high. So I'm wondering why we're not getting it in increments instead of once it gets to a point to where our general fund is going to be possibly incapable of handling it. Second question, with tonight's budget, because I finally had a chance to look it over, I saw a $1.25 million transfer from Amalgamated in order to kind of balance that $1.6 million deficit. And I reviewed the footage, and our interim village administrator said that that was going to come from an expiring tip. And one, I want to know if that's true, and two, I want to know are you on board with that? Do you feel as though that is the thing to do? I just want that on record. If you, Madam Mayor, and the village interim administrator are okay with transferring $1.25 million from an expiring tip, and if you know the ramifications of that. Finally, regarding the water bills, because I saw the news last week, what is the process of going back 3 months to find out if somebody overpaid? Because I don't believe it's possible. How do you go back and check accurate data and see if it's accurate? If you have a water meter reading from 3 months ago, even from a month ago, how do you go back and verify whether or not the meter reading was correct? I don't feel as though the message is coming out properly, because I don't see how you're going to accurately give out any sort of a credit for an overpayment unless you just basically just waive people's overdue water bills. So what's the process for that? Because I don't feel as though the proper message is being put out. And those are my questions.
Thank you, sir. Let's move on to number 5. We're looking at ordinances and resolutions. You're absolutely right, I did not. Moving on to number 5, we're looking at ordinances and resolutions. May I have a motion to approve an ordinance authorizing expenditures pending passage of annual appropriations. May I have that motion? It's been moved by Trustee Sauk. May I have a second? Second. I'm sorry, I didn't hear who said it. Thank you. It's been moved by Trustee Sauk, seconded by Trustee Burns, to authorize expenditures pending passage of the annual appropriations ordinance. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Burns?
Yes.
Trustee Johnson?
No.
Trustee Jones? No. Trustee Sack? Yes. Trustee Sterling?
No.
Trustee Winston?
Yes.
Mayor, Commissioner Great.
Yes. Okay. The motion to accept an ordinance authorizing expenditures pending passage of the annual appropriations ordinance has been approved by a vote of 4 to 3. That motion carries. Moving on to new business.